Some of y'all might know I have been living in SF for the past 4 years, but in July I'm actually moving across the country to New York. And although I have been shitting on SF for the past year, I have to admit SF is still a foodie haven and I'm gonna miss a lot of the awesome eats they have here. I figured what better way to say my goodbyes to this city than to go revisit some of my favorite no-brainer go-to restaurants in the city and take you along with me. So here are my top 10 go-to restaurants in SF. I hope you like Asian food because that's pretty much most of this list. There are 2 of these restaurants in the city, and today we're at the Elephant Sushi on Hyde Street with some friends because we're craving sushi, as we always do. It's a little bit pricey, but that's usually the case for quality sushi. The thing I really love about the food here is that they put really unique spins on their dishes. For example, they have this dish called Himalayan trout, and instead of just serving it on a plate as sashimi, they put the sashimi on these Himalayan salt rock blocks, and it naturally salts it. I'm waiting outside of Daeho right now, which is a Korean restaurant that's known for their galbichim and solentong. I'm not saying it right, but basically it's braised beef ribs and oxtail soup, and it's so good. If you get the galbichim, you have to get it with cheese. It just makes everything way better. This restaurant opened up in 2019 and it was all the rage back then, but even still to this day, you'll never find yourself not waiting in the line. So make sure you get here early and get yourself on the wait list. Since this is a Korean restaurant, they always come with plenty of side dishes, and even just one order of the galbichim is a lot, so make sure you bring friends.
Salt it as much as you want
Barnzu is a Korean restaurant with really nice interiors, but between you and me, this is actually the first time I've been to its actual physical location. Speaking of which, look where it's at. Literally next to one of my other favorites on this list, Elephant Sushi. But anyways, even though I haven't been to the physical location, I have been ordering from here non-stop delivery throughout COVID, and my favorite dish has to be their kimchi fried rice because they have this truffle bulgogi beef in it that just, I mean, anything with truffle in it I love, so. Definitely a different experience eating this with the stone pot and from these plastic containers. Wow. Look where I'm at today. Senor Sisig, one of my favorites. Before COVID, I used to get Senor Sisig literally once a week. They used to be in these food trucks all over the city, and then actually just last year they opened up a brick and mortar store, which is right here, and I think they actually have a patio open inside, but I'm just gonna stay out here. How I would describe Senor Sisig is basically like a Filipino Chipotle burrito. So I get the Senor Sisig burrito, and I make it medium spicy. The main thing that really tastes different about this is how they do their pork and their rice. They like garlic it up or something that makes it so flavorful. And the most important thing you have to remember in all of these burritos is to slog it, which basically you get to put an egg in it, and that just adds to the savoriness of it a lot more, I think. Still got it. So yeah, if you really like Filipino flavors, but you want it in a nice burrito form to take it and go, I really recommend this place. Today we're at Kitchen Story. It's my favorite brunch place in the city. They are Asian American fusion. It's super hype. There's always a huge line here. It's a Sunday right now, and we've basically been waiting here for like an hour. So pretty much anything in the city that's worth eating, that's got a line. They just have some really solid dishes here, beyond just your basic like French toast or scrambled eggs, eggs Benedict. They have those dishes, but they put their own spin to it. And definitely one thing to try here is the Millionaire's Bacon. It's basically this caramelized, sweetened bacon. I don't really know what it is, but it's delicious. Today we're at House of Pancake, and no, it's not IHOP, it's the Chinese version of it. It's located in Sunset, which is pretty much where all the really good Chinese eats are. I always get 3 things from here: their house roll pancake, their pork dumplings with napa, and their bean paste hand-pulled noodles. And all 3 of these come out to be like $25, which is insane for SF prices. The beef roll pancake is basically green onion pancake with beef in it, and then they roll it up into like this burrito thing, and I don't know, everything in burrito form is better, I guess. Their dumplings are super juicy, super big. One thing you do have to remember about this place is that they are cash only, so make sure you bring cash. Luckily there is a Chase right across the street. See? So I had to get takeout because their indoor dining is still not open. But I mean, the food is all essentially still the same. Delicious. Always so juicy. Okay, so I cheated on this one. DishDash is not actually in SF, but in South Bay. But they have this one dish called the Mansof, which is one of my all-time favorite dishes ever, so I had to include it in this list. DishDash is a Middle Eastern restaurant located in Sunnyvale, which is about 40 miles outside of SF. So they usually put the lamb in the rice, but I guess this time they put it outside of it. The real magic of this is basically the aged yogurt sauce, and the lamb is also just super tender and soft. Yeah, so you just mush the lamb in there, you mix the yogurt and the rice, and then you just get a spoonful. Amazing. And you can even dip the bread with it because the yogurt sauce is just that good. Sweet Basil is a Thai restaurant in Bernal Heights on Mission Street, and they got all your classic Thai foods like pad see ew and pad Thai, but I got hooked on the duck fried rice and never tried anything again. Honestly, it's a super low-key restaurant, like nobody knows about it, but I stumbled upon it back when I used to live in the Mission, and even now when I moved away, I just DoorDash it on the road all the time. It's great for no frills, super chill, and just solid food. Likes it. This is what I consider one of the best Chinese restaurants in the city. Chong Mian is located in Chinatown, and they specialize in Sichuan noodles. So if you really like that numbing spice, this is the place to check out. Most people get their dandan noodles, but I personally love their guiling rice noodle, which just has a super clean beef broth without too much oil or any spiciness. Pro tip, this dish is particularly good if you need hangover comfort food. Just got my WesBurger. So WesBurger is your classic hamburger sandwich joint, and the go-to thing to get here is definitely their Nashville hot chicken sandwich. So it's basically just like a really solid spicy chicken sandwich, but it comes with the option of adding pimento cheese to it, and you definitely want to do that. Let's dig in. Here's the sandwich in all its glory. It has ultra crispy fried chicken in their special spice mix and with garlic mayo, lettuce, and pickles.